Imagine waking up one morning to find yourself in a world almost identical to yours, yet slightly different. The trees sway the same way, the sky looks the same shade of blue, but your life is not the life you remember. Your bank account shows an amount you always wished for. Your phone is filled with congratulatory messages about a book you published, something you had only dreamt of. You glance at yourself in the mirror, healthier, glowing, confident. You walk outside, and people greet you with respect and warmth. Confused, you run back home, open your journal, and realize something. Every single thing in this life was once on your wish list, your vision board, your daydreams. Then, as you blink again, you're back in your old room, staring at your ceiling fan spinning slowly above you. That world felt so real. Was it a dream, parallel reality, or was it your true reality waiting for you to step in? Physicists, spiritual teachers, and mystics agree on one thing. Reality is not as linear as we think. Quantum physics states that every possibility exists simultaneously. Every choice you could have made, every version of your life, is playing out in another dimension. It's like an infinite Netflix library of your life stories, with each channel showing a different outcome based on your state of being. You are not creating your reality from scratch. Instead, you are shifting into a version of reality that already exists. Just like tuning into a different frequency on the radio, you don't create the music, you simply tune into it. The music was always there. Neville Goddard, a profound mystic teacher, explained this as assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He said, "All that you could ever desire is already yours. You need only to claim it." To him, imagination was the bridge. When you deeply feel, believe, and live in the end state, your consciousness moves into that version of reality. The outer world then catches up to your inner shift. He taught that if you imagine yourself wealthy, fulfilled, in love, with conviction and feeling, you will find yourself in that reality. Not because you forced the universe, but because you shifted to the version of you where it is normal to have those things. Burt Goldman, known as the American monk, coined the modern term quantum jumping. He taught that you could connect with your alternate selves in parallel realities to gain skills, knowledge, and experiences. The concept is rooted in quantum physics' many worlds interpretation, which proposes that every decision branches off into a new reality. For example, in one reality you are an author, in another a musician, in another you are financially free and living in the mountains. All these versions of you exist simultaneously. Quantum jumping is the process of aligning your consciousness with the version of you that already has what you desire and pulling its knowledge, energy, and beingness into your current life. When you change your state of being, your frequency changes. The reality you experience is a direct reflection of that frequency. If you keep thinking from your old self, worrying, doubting, fearing, you remain in the same loop. But if you start thinking, feeling, and acting like the version of you who already has everything you desire, you naturally shift into that parallel reality. The universe does not give you what you want. It reflects who you are being. Many people have reported seemingly miraculous shifts. A woman who visualized herself working from home in peace and abundance. Within weeks, her company announced permanent work-from-home policies and she was promoted. A man who quantum jumped to become a public speaker. Within months, he was invited to speak at 2 events without applying. Entrepreneurs visualizing million-dollar businesses found ideas and investors showing up effortlessly. They didn't force reality. They shifted their identity, and the reality reflecting that identity appeared. Here's the secret. You are not becoming that version of you. You are remembering who you already are. Everything you want is already yours because it exists in the infinite field of possibilities. You are the only gatekeeper to that reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and assumptions are the keys. Remember the mirror world story at the beginning? That world was real. It is still real. It is waiting for you to claim it. Tonight, before you sleep, imagine yourself there. Feel the bedsheets in that reality. Hear the sounds. See your life as complete. As you drift off, affirm, I am now living in my desired reality. It is done. When you wake up tomorrow, carry that feeling with you. Step by step, moment by moment, you will find yourself waking up to the life you once thought was only a dream. Because in truth, what you want is already yours.